So this is a very interesting X-ray erect abdomen. You can simply pause the video and you can try to see what is the problem in this X-ray. So we'll start with the discussion, and what we can see. The first and most important thing is, as this is the diaphragm, right side of the diaphragm. We always know that this is left side and this is right side. This R is marked, means this is the right side. So this is all liver, and we know soft tissue appear radio dense or radio opaque. Opaque means white. So this white is all soft tissue. So here is all liver, which is a soft tissue. That is the reason why this is all white. And we know X-ray by itself, they are black, or they are radiolucent, means they are black basically. So we can see this all black is all air. This black is air, this black is air, this black is air. So um, when it comes to abdomen, there are mainly the main organ which is there is gut. So gut means we have small and large intestine. So in large intestine we have ascending colon, we have transverse colon, we have descending colon, and after descending what we have is sigmoid colon, which is sigma shaped or S shaped. Then we have a rectum where the stool is saved or stored, and we have anal canal where the stool is passed. So when we'll start with this ascending colon, that ascending colon is always on the right side. And we know, how do we differentiate small intestine versus large intestine? So large intestine is large in size and the location is different. So large intestine will be the ascending colon will start at this right side. So it will be at right iliac fossa, where the small intestine ends and large intestine starts, and we have ascending colon. So this will be into this area. So whatever I have drawn, this is the area for ascending colon, and I am drawing this because the large intestine always has hostrations. Hostrations means these large intestine will appear like this. So we very nicely we can see here transverse colon, which is this. So just trace this markings. So this is all transverse colon. This is all transverse colon. So this is what is hostrations, means large. These are large margins. They are larger in size and they have typically hostrations, means loops like thing. So we have this ascending colon, then we have this transverse colon, which will lie in the center of the abdomen towards the epigastric region. So this all is transverse colon. So this is all from here to here. We have the transverse colon. This is ascending colon, and here we are supposed to have the descending colon. This is descending colon. So once descending colon comes here, we have S-shaped sigmoid colon here, and in the middle we have rectum, and then there will be anal canal, so that it will be thrown out of the body. So what we can see in this X-ray abdomen is, normally this large intestine won't be dilated. Largely small bowel also may not be that much dilated, but what we can see here is, this is the portion of the transverse colon which is dilated. It is pretty dilated, you can see here, and this is the portion of descending colon which is dilated. Beyond this we are not able to see a descending colon. So if we can see, the transverse colon is dilated here, it is bit blurry, but here the transverse colon, because this is the Splenic flexure. Spleen will be here. Liver is there. So this is the hepatic flexure. This is the area where there is this ascending colon flexes and goes to transverse, and here the transverse colon flexes and goes to descending. So this is called splenic flexure because spleen will be here, and here liver is there. So we call it as hepatic flexure here. So this one thing is for sure clear, that this large intestine will be placed towards the periphery and small intestine will be placed in the center of the abdomen. So large here and small intestine will be in the center. So ostration is a part of small intestine, whereas small intestine doesn't have hostrations. Small intestine doesn't have hostration at all. Whereas small intestine has a spring coil-like appearance if there is obstruction or if there is significant gas, which we can see here. So look here in this area. So what we can see is there is a spring coil-like appearance here. So this is one spring coil which tells that this small intestine is dilated with the air. Again, there are multiple spring coil-like appearances. If you can simply see, you can simply trace it. So here is one more spring coil. This is one more spring coil. This is one more spring coil. So these are very prominent spring coil appearances if you can see it very closely. So in this X-ray of the abdomen, this small intestine is distended with the air. Why? Because there must be some obstruction ahead of it. So there is obstruction ahead. That is the reason why this is dilated. So we know that the small intestine is dilated. In small intestine, the parts are like we have stomach. Beyond stomach, we have duodenum. Beyond duodenum, it starts with ileum. Then it continues with jejunum. So, sorry, jejunum comes first, and then it is ileum. So basically, this ileum then it comes at cecum, and cecum at this area we have appendix, and then cecum continues as ascending colon. So this is transverse, this is transverse, this is descending colon up to here, then sigmoid, and this all portion will be small intestine. So we can see small intestine is dilated, ascending colon is dilated. Why we say ascending colon is dilated? Because ascending colon is lying here. Transverse is dilated for sure, and the portion of descending colon is also dilated. So as this is dilated, it means this is dilated, and beyond or before this, you will have ileum. So most probably these are ileal loops and also some portion of jejunum loop. It means the obstruction is not in the ileum, it is not in the jejunum, it is not in the ascending, it is not in the transverse, but it is beyond descending. As some portion of descending colon is not visible, the complete whole descending colon is not visible. Only proximal part of the descending colon is visible, which is here, and sigmoid is not visible. Sigmoid is not at all visible. So the descending colon is not visible and sigmoid is not visible. It means the obstruction is here. That is the reason why everything before this is dilated. So this patient had volvulus, which we can very easily see in this X-ray as well. Volvulus is an abnormal twist of the intestine, and mostly it is always of large intestine only. Small intestine volvulus is very rare. So this is very typical of volvulus, which we very commonly call it as a coffee bean sign. If you have seen the coffee bean, so you will have coffee bean sign, like or coffee bean which we very commonly eat, or which we very commonly use for preparing coffee looks like this. So if you can see, this is a typical coffee bean appearance, which is a sign of volvulus. So there was a volvulus, there was a twist of the descending colon, which was causing an intestinal obstruction or large bowel obstruction, causing distension of this descending colon, this transverse colon, ascending colon, and small intestine, where very typically spring coil appearance is visible and a typical coffee bean appearance of volvulus is seen. This patient went for exploratory laparotomy. This volvulus was reversed, and whatever the contents which were uh, getting obstructed in the intestine were manually removed by squeezing. After that, the patient got completely better and got discharged. So, for today, this is all, and thanks for listening.